Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited, as it's Wednesday, and that means tonight was AEW Dynamite. As far as tonight's AEW Dynamite does go, I thought it was an okay show. Could have been better as a go-home. Had a couple cool, good moments on the show, but overall, I just felt like it was just another episode of Dynamite, if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, the Sabu moment was really big, but other than that, again, just felt like any episode of Dynamite. So that's not all that great when you're going into a pay-per-view, and this is the go-home for said pay-per-view. But with that, yeah, this is AEW Dynamite. We got a lot to talk about, but before I talk about that, I want to say thank you for joining us. If you're watching live on Twitch, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, live on YouTube, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, later on YouTube or later, listening on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Let me turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. Remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, and one of the free games right now is Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3D. Yeah, for free. For free. You get free games, free stuff for games, and you always get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, you can support us by becoming a channel member over on YouTube by hitting that join button down below. And finally, head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something. Whether you're getting and pre-ordering Alan Wake 2, getting into Hogwarts Legacy, Lego 2K Drive, or more, use this code right here, PW Unlimited at checkout. Claiming the free game right now, which is Death Stranding, getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, and Fall Guys. Again, use this code right here, PWU NLIMITED at checkout, and you'll be supporting us at no extra cost. Remember, Fall Guys has a bunch of WWE outfits right now. They got Macho Man Randy Savage. They got Rey Mysterio. They've got Mankind. And they've also got Bianca Belair. Again, when you're getting that for Fall Guys, use this code. You'll be supporting us at no extra cost. Fonzie, what kind of question is that? Of course, I saw the gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2. How am I not going to be watching live when people say, hey, we're probably going to get a gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2? Yeah, I'm not going to miss that live when Spider-Man on PS4 is my favorite game of all time. So yes, I did see the gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2, because as a huge Spider-Man fan, huge Marvel Spider-Man on PS4 fan, huge Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales fan, like, those are two of my favorite games ever. Of course I'm going to see this. Of course I'm going to watch this. Of course I'm not going to miss it live when they first announce and show it off. So cool looking. The new Spider-Man game coming out for PS5 later this year looks great. Wish they would have gave us a release date. Wish they would have said available for pre-order now. Obviously, they didn't, but they said they are confident that they will hit in the fall with the release of that game. And boy, howdy, we're going to stream a bunch of that on Twitch, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. Because when that game comes out, that's all I'm going to be doing, is playing that game. Like I said before, Spider-Man games on PlayStation are my favorite games of all time. And the Insomniac Spider-Man games, I need to preface that. Not like Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 back in the day was a good game. But Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man games are my favorite games of all time. Those and the Uncharted games are my favorite games ever. But we're not here to talk about video games. We're here to talk about, well, AEW Dynamite. Ethan, you do this every time. And I tell you, I wait till there's more people in the chat. So quit with the, where's the poll? Twitch poll? Shut the hell up. Anyways, as far as tonight's AEW Dynamite does go, the show opened up with Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Taz welcoming us to the show, going right into the International Championship match, where it was Orange Cassidy defending against Kyle Fletcher. Now, the match was good. I wouldn't call it great or anything. Like, How many times are we going to see Orange Cassidy defend the title, look like, oh, he might lose, and then he just wins? Like, how many times is this going to happen now? It's kind of getting old, and I kind of wish he loses in the Battle Royal this weekend. Also, Kyle Fletcher, part of Aussie Open with Mark Davis. It was announced by Tony Khan tonight that those two have officially been signed by All Elite Wrestling. Yes, Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis have been signed by AEW. Now, here's the thing I'm going to say. According to a report from Fightful, there is also some interest of Aussie Open from WWE. But I think Tony Khan cheated in getting Aussie Open. John Ross Sapp tweeted out that Tony Khan actually paid for Mark Davis's meniscus surgery, even though this was before they were signed to AEW. This was before and while they were still free agents. So, if you've got interest from AEW and you've got interest from WWE, and one company says, we'll pay for your surgery even though you don't work for us, which company do you think you're going to go with? The one that paid for your surgery? Yeah, to me, a little cheap there. A little, not, I felt like Tony cheated a little. In acquiring Aussie Open. But regardless, as far as the match does go, Fletcher almost instantly hit a brainbuster for a quick near fall early as Cassidy tried to float over in the corner, but was drop kicked outside. Fletcher sprinted for a dive before turning Cassidy inside out with a lariat back in the ring. Fletcher wasted no time going for a dive, but then kind of paused for a moment and then did another dive off the ropes as Cassidy shoved him off onto the apron hard. Cassidy followed this up with a DDT on the apron as both men landed awkwardly. Cassidy hit a beach break on the floor and was trying to win by count out, but Fletcher did eventually beat the count. Cassidy tried his pocket offense, but Fletcher fired off a thrust kick and a delayed vertical suplex heading into a picture-in-picture break. It was mostly a catch me if you can kind of thing during the break. One guy running this way, the other guy chasing after him, and then one guy would get advantage, and the other guy would chase after him. Yeah, this and that. After the break, Cassidy tried to go to the ropes, but was booted to the apron. Fletcher wanted a superplex, but Cassidy avoided and got caught off of a crossbody into Fletcher's Michinoku driver for a 2. After a series of counters, Fletcher wanted another brainbuster, but Cassidy countered into one of his own for a double down spot. Cassidy then hit a Michinoku driver of his own, but the roll-up allowed Fletcher to hold on into a cradle and drop Cassidy with 2 tombstone pile drivers. Fletcher went to the corner, and despite Cassidy trying to avoid it, suffered an avalanche Michinoku driver for a close near fall. Fletcher went for the Grimstone, but Cassidy spiked him with a DDT. Cassidy wanted an orange punch. Fletcher countered, wanted a Grimstone. Cassidy countered into a roll-up and got the flash pin to pick up the victory. So yeah, just a out-of-nowhere win for the champion. Orange Cassidy retaining the International Championship. Remember, though, in the Blackjack Battle Royal this weekend, which I assume is the same as the, what's it called? Casino Battle Royal, the International Championship will be on the line. In the back, Renee Paquette is with Ricky Starks. Ricky on one of his not good promo things where he's got that dialect. I can't even do it. It's so bad. But Ricky Starks sometimes just has a dialect to the way he talks that just sounds so, I'm remembering every line that I scripted myself to say or they scripted me to say or whatever. But it just doesn't sound natural. Anyways, he was asked about his disqualification loss last week to Jay White. Starks was fully aware of his actions and took matters into his own hands. He said this Sunday, Starks will focus his energy on winning the Blackjack Battle Royal. Starks was attacked from behind by Juice and Jay, who smacked a chair over his back. White said Bullet Club Gold is not done with Starks, and they will make his life a living hell. They just haven't done it yet. Jungle Boy's backstage talks about making the drive to Vegas, remembering wrestling with his friends when he was younger down the street. Just a few years earlier, his world was turned upside down, going into Double or Nothing. The ring gives him a purpose and allows him to be the man he wants to be, the life he chooses to live. Come Monday morning on this drive home, he will be doing it with the AEW World Championship. So yeah, I mean, from Vegas to LA, where he lives, is that a 4-hour drive? LA to Vegas drive. Because, like, when I did it from Fresno to Vegas, that was it's a 4-hour drive. That was a 6-hour drive. I've done that twice. I did it twice in 2019, actually. But yeah, it's 4-hour drive from Los Angeles to Vegas. So then we got FTR coming down to the ring. Wheeler said that it was easy to say Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal got where they are by the politics in wrestling. The truth is that they've outsmarted FTR every step of the way. But at Double or Nothing, their luck runs out. Harwood said that Jarrett has broken 1 million guitars but can't stay relevant. So he attached his name to the greatest tag team in the world. If Jarrett thinks that the head of the tag division will be 2 rejects from TNA, it's not going to happen. After Double or Nothing, Jarrett will have to call the Queen of the Mountain for job security, and Dax didn't mean Karen Jarrett. He meant Dixie Carter. Funny joke if Dixie was still running TNA. Dixie is not in wrestling anymore, so this is a 2013, 2014 joke at best. This joke did not hit. This joke sucked. This joke didn't land because, again, Dixie is not in wrestling. If Dixie was still over there running TNA, that'd be a completely different story. Saying, I didn't mean Karen. I meant Dixie Carter. It'd be a completely different story if she was still in wrestling, but she's not. This is like a 2013, 2014 joke. Oh, you can't hack it outside of TNA. You better go crawl back to Dixie. What? What are we doing here? This is stupid as fuck. Use the language. Mark Briscoe then comes out, and Wheeler said that he has every right to be mad, but not to make Lethal and Jarrett make him look stupid. Wheeler said that they went to hell and back with Mark and his brother 3 times. Briscoe asked Harwood what the pile driver meant a few weeks ago, as Harwood said it was a mistake and he wanted a handshake. Briscoe slapped his face as Wheeler tried to play peacemaker while Briscoe left the ring. As he headed up the ramp, he shoved Karen Jarrett and Sanjay Dutt out of his way, slapped Jeff Jarrett, and told Jay Lethal he's his boy, but he's tired of the BS. Honestly, if anybody seems like they're using Mark Briscoe, it's actually FTR, in my opinion. They're really making Mark Briscoe look... They're the ones making him look stupid. Because every twist and turn, they're like, oh, Lethal thinks he's your friend. Well, he's not really your friend. Look, he's making you look dumb. They're pointing out that he's making him look dumb when he's really not. You guys are making him look dumb because you guys went to battle with him and Jay last year. And now you want to attach yourselves to them. You're saying Lethal and Jarrett are attaching themselves to Mark Briscoe, when in all actuality, FTR are now attaching themselves to Mark Briscoe after the death of Jay Briscoe. It's like, oh, Jay died. There's a lot of eyeballs on you. We want to be your friend now. Screw everything that happened last year. Us fighting, us not getting along, us wanting to kill each other, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now, oh, there's a lot of eyeballs on you because your brother passed away and people want to see what you want to do. You're going to do as a singles. We want to jump on that bandwagon. That feels more jumping on that bandwagon than Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, especially because Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe are so close in real life and stuff. So it's like, if anybody's jumping on that bandwagon, making them look dumb and attaching, it's you, FTR. It's really, actually, you. Renee Paquette's in the back with Sammy Guevara, as Paquette said MJF wanted to relay a message to him. The offer still stands for Guevara to lay down a Double or Nothing. Guevara said hell no, and he's not for sale. As his whole life, people wanted to buy him out of his dreams. Guevara said MJF can shove the offer up his ass, and he is the man who will take the AEW title from Max. We then had the Kaleidoscope match, or should I say the Trios Championship match, the Open House match. The House of Black defending the Trios Championships against Blake Christian, Metalik, and AR Fox. This match sucked, in my opinion. I was bored through the entire thing, and it looked like I was watching a match through a goddamn kaleidoscope with the way that they had the lighting. Like, this was dumb. Dumb. And I didn't even like the match. The match, I was bored through the entire goddamn match. So the stipulation that the challenging team chose, along with a 20 count and no rope breaks, were that one man is in and one man is out. No tags need necessary be made. Again, the lighting was, I guess you could say, better than the last time, but it was still stupid as hell. Why do we need special lighting? Why do the lights need to look like you're looking into a goddamn kaleidoscope? It's just stupid. Stupid. Matthews and Christian had a quick exchange early on before Matthews hit a pump knee to send Christian outside. Metalik jumped in and dispatched Matthews, only to have Black quickly do the same. Fox and King had a brief back and forth until Christian tried to use his speed on King, who overpowered him. Christian tried to start a little kick exchange with Black, but was quickly laid out with a knee lift on the apron. Christian flipped out of a German suplex into the corner as Metalik used his speed to fight back and send Black and Matthews to the floor. Christian and Metalik hit dueling dives on the floor as Christian turned his into a spinning reverse DDT. King and Fox were left in the ring as King just absorbed all the offense before King was dropkicked to the floor. With everyone on the floor, Fox connected with an implosion senton as back inside, Fox tried an enziguri on Matthews, who avoided into a curb stomp. Matthews locked in an inverted cloverleaf, but the open house rules meant no rope breaks. Black sank in a knee bar onto Metalik, while Christian tried to break things up with some thrust kicks. Matthew no-sold as King locked in the hangman's choke off the apron, with the House of Black getting the double submission victory to retain the championships. Again, didn't really care for this match much. Didn't think it was all that great. A video after this recapped the Elite returning last week. We got a backstage. Well, we go to the backstage. There's the Blackpool Combat Club. As Danielson said, tonight's objective is to win the Ring of Honor tag titles. However, the objective on Sunday is to end the Elite. John Moxley said that the BCC does the job the way it's supposed to be done. There is no one in the business better than they are at stepping up to the plate when it counts. The BCC will deliver Sunday in a storm of violence. They will stay calm and show the world the difference between professionals and amateurs. It's all right. We'll get to the whole Ring of Honor title match in a little bit. And why that's dumb. So then the four pillars spoke. MJF walked out and immediately went over to the commentary table, where he took a sip of Tony Schiavone's drink and then threw it in his face, which popped Taz, but I thought was stupid. For what reason was this? What reason did you need to take Tony's drink and then throw it in his face? For what reason? To look like a heel badass? No, it was stupid. It was dumb. It was unnecessary. MJF then went to the ring and said it's funny they call this Sin City, but it should be called Virgin Vegas. Again, a joke that didn't land. MJF said he wants Sammy Guevara's tongue to get stuck in a light socket, Darby to climb Mount Everest with his shoelaces untied, and Jungle Boy to throw in be thrown into an echo chamber after listening to himself talk and bore himself to death. He says it doesn't matter. And it doesn't get more homegrown than the four of them, as the four of them didn't have the cheat code of already having the crowd know who they are when AEW started. The four pillars aren't just part of AEW, they are AEW. I would say that they all, except for Sammy, really, the other three were known. MJF was known the most. Darby was known a bit. And Jungle Boy was really well known as well for all his indie work. So, I mean, yeah, you're not going to have the fan base of a Chris Jericho. You're not going to have the fan base of a Kenny Omega. I don't know why I said Kevin Owens. That was weird. Kenny Omega, the Elite, Hangman, and all of them. No. But people still knew who you were before. MJF says that he doesn't want to be part of it anymore, though, as he's sick of the competition and the fans not showing him respect. MJF said Tony Khan knows that his contract is coming up, so it's not a shock that he's in a match where he doesn't need to get pinned to lose the title. MJF said that he might just take his ball and go home, since he's earned it and no one else can keep up. Whether the other three men in the match are talented, much like everyone in the back, no one is on the level of the devil. Then out came Darby. Darby walked to the ring, and MJF demanded his music be cut. Allen said he's lost a lot in his life, and after he graduated high school and working at the 99-cent store, he realized that that's not the life he was supposed to live. AEW allows him to be who he wants to be. AEW allows him to skateboard with Tony Hawk, crash cars with Travis Pastrana, and climb Mount Everest. Allen said that he needs to win the AEW title and do it on Sunday. He will. Maybe even with a headlock takeover. MJF then punted Allen low, right in the balls, and was about to hit him with a diamond ring when we hear Sammy Guevara. Guevara sprinted out to make the save, with MJF bailing up the ramp, but Jungle Boy coming out and decking MJF with a belt shot and laying him out with a clothesline as Perry was left standing, holding the AEW World title. This segment did nothing for me. This did nothing for me, and this main event is a nothing happening main event. Probably going to be a good match. I don't know if it'd be a great match or anything, but it'd probably be a good match. This is not a match that's selling tickets, I'll tell you that. Because ticket sales for Double or Nothing, way down from where they were last year. Way down. So, this match is the main event. It's just not doing it for people, and it's really not doing it for me. Like, I don't care for this match as the main event. Now, if it was... I think Anacardi in the Arena should be the closer, the main event, the final match of the night. But if Tony is anything, he's tradition. And in tradition, it's the world title goes on last. A vignette of Wardlow talking about how he knows Christian has a history with ladders, and so does he. He says that he's won the casino ladder match. So he knows a thing or two about ladders. Arn Anderson asked Christian if he can imagine the damage that could be done when Wardlow has a ladder in his hand, as they'll find out in 4 days. We then had Taya Valkyrie versus Lady Frost. This match was okay. Nothing special here. Prior to the match, there were highlights from Frost from her matches in Ring of Honor in recent weeks. After an early back-and-forth sequence, Frost hit a head scissors, but Valkyrie answered with an arm drag in the corner. Valkyrie followed with a stiff sliding lariat and a hard corner chop. Valkyrie missed a charge, but as Frost used her gymnastics, Valkyrie knocked her right to the mat. Jade Cargill, Layla Gray, and Mark Sterling then came out to watch from the ramp as we go to picture-in-picture. It was all Valkyrie during the commercial until Frost cut her off with a spin kick and a somersault senton. Frost went to the top and connected with a tornado, but Valkyrie popped right up with a spear into a double down. A forearm battle ensued, with Valkyrie winning that with a sit-out slam. There was a vicious double arm trap stomp to the back of the head as Valkyrie turned her attention to Cargill. She then cut Frost off with a backbreaker, a knee strike, and a road to Valhalla to pick up the victory again. Not much happened in the match. Not a lot really took place. And yeah. Taya picks up the win going into the title match at the pay-per-view. Let me get Tony Khan's big announcement. Tony Khan said that it's great to be back where everything started for AEW inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Khan then stated that as we go to where we started, a new beginning is about to be upon us, as well as Collision is coming on June 17th, and the first edition of Collision will be taking place from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. So there we go. He's basically told us without telling us, we got Punk. Punk's going to be on the show. Everything's good with AEW and Punk. So it looks like they want to keep Punk a surprise, even though we all know you booked the United Center because you got Punk. Immediately after the announcement, fans started chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Alex Marvez is backstage with Hangman Page and asked about the status of his friends, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Page says his relationship with the Young Bucks was always the best of friends, while he and Omega were different. He said he views them as family, and they find themselves at Anarchy in the Arena. They've tried to take his eye, hurt Matt's arm, Nick's shoulder, and somehow cost Kenny Dawn. Double or Nothing, the BCC will pay in blood. And I'm going to tell you right now, from what Moxley says at the end of the show, Jesus frickin' Christ, is this match going to be bloody. Moxley said, you think we do a lot of blood now? Wait till Anarchy in the Arena. You haven't seen nothing yet. And I go, oh my Jesus God. Like, this match is going to be, I think there's going to be people that don't like this match because it's going to be excessively violent. I'm going to tell you that right now. We already saw it with the Texas Death Match, and now we're getting this one. And here's my other thing. Do we need an unsanctioned match and an Anarchy in the Arena on the same goddamn show? Two no rules matches, basically. Do we need them both on the same show? I don't think so. So Adam Cole and Chris Jericho had a contract signing. Speaking of the unsanctioned match, Roderick Strong joined Cole as the BCC, or not the BCC, the JAS was out with Jericho. Giovanni said everyone agreed to no physicality tonight as Jericho popped up to his feet and said, "Hey, what are you looking at, Adam Cole? You want to fight me? You want to hit me right now?" Cole said for weeks, he wondered why Jericho handcuffed him and forced him to watch Britt Baker be beaten with a kendo stick by the Outcast. Yeah, there was been no real follow-up to that. Much of any. Cole said that it could be because Jericho is a scumbag. But because he believes he is invincible. And they'll find out Sunday how invincible Jericho really is, as the blood will be on Cole's hands. Again, all this blood we're getting on Sunday. Cole said he can't beat up Jericho tonight, but on Sunday, he'll break both of Jericho's legs, shatter his jaw, break his hands, and he needs to hurry up because, well, he needs to sign that paper while he's still got them hands, bitch. Jericho then said that he's not the bitch. And he's not from Vegas. I didn't get that line at all. I'm not from Vegas. What? Before Jericho signed the contract, he threw it to the big screen and showed a video of Britt Baker from weeks ago getting beat up by Saraya with a kendo stick. Jericho then questioned what kind of a man Cole is for allowing that to happen. Jericho said on Sunday he'll knock Cole's teeth down his throat as Cole knows he can't beat the Ocho. Jericho signs the contract. It says it's still 5-on-2. It's us 5 against you and Strong. Cole goes, I realize that. And I made a phone call to somebody here in Vegas. Somebody that is crazier than all 5 of you together himself. This man is homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal. It's Sabu. You guys can't believe it, as Sabu makes his way down to the ring. Sabu gets in the ring with both Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and the JAS. Cole then throws the chair to Sabu that he then just throws right into the face of Matt Menard. The JAS bail. Cole, Strong, and Sabu stand all in the ring together. Yeah, Sa-frickin-boo. Sa-frickin-boo. Who expected that one? I didn't have Sabu going to AEW or appearing for AEW on my bingo card this year. Nobody. So, Adam Cole yells, Sabu. And as Sabu is making his way down to the ring, I jump out of my chair, run to my roommate's office and go, Sabu? He goes, wait, what? I go, Sabu just showed up in AEW. He jumps out of his bed into my room and is like, where? What? And his first question is, what does he look like now? And he's like, oh, yeah, that still looks like the same Sabu. And yeah, still looks like the same Sabu. He doesn't look any, maybe a little older, but not much older than he did back in the day. So yeah, people hyped up Sabu. Apparently Sabu, it's weird because on the graphic it says Sabu, or it says Special Enforcer Sabu, but then in that same breath, Excalibur said that he will be in the corner of Adam Cole. So we'll see what that all does mean. Video package is shown highlighting the upcoming AEW Women's title match at Double or Nothing. Toni Storm said the only reason Jamie Hayter won the title in the first place was because of the help from Britt Baker. She said this time, Storm has backup, and she will take the title from Jamie on Sunday. We then got Roderick Strong versus Daniel Garcia. And this match had a lot of it take place during the picture-in-picture, which really sucked. So everyone from the last segment just disappeared, went backstage, as Strong won an early chop battle. Excalibur then informed us, hey, guess what? Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher are Aussie Open. They've actually signed with AEW, just announced by Tony Khan. Strong connected with the backbreaker and controlled the action before he missed a baseball slide and was tossed into the steps by Garcia. Opting to do a little dance for the fans was a mistake by Garcia, who got chopped viciously by Strong until Garcia was able to hang up Strong on the ropes and take over. Garcia continued to dance as Taz made a perfect Alex Wright name drop. Strong fired back with a dropkick, charging knee, and a slam for a 2. A leg captured backbreaker by Strong led to Garcia responding with an overhead chop and a rock bottom for a near fall of his own. Garcia sank in a Dragon Tamer, but Strong turned through. Kicked free, hit the death by Roderick, and the end of Heartache to pick up the victory, so Roderick Strong defeats Daniel Garcia. Then, something I really liked that AEW did, more loved that AEW did. AEW showed a slight video package highlighting Willow Nightingale defeating Mercedes Moné at the New Japan the New Japan Resurgence show this past weekend, becoming the first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion. Now, plans had to be changed. Mercedes was supposed to win that match, not Willow, but hey, it was fortuitous for Willow because in the end, she ends up the champion, even though Mercedes was supposed to be the champion. Mercedes got hurt, broke a foot, broke an ankle, still don't know. And now AEW can push that, hey, Willow's a champion in New Japan. And Willow said that she is very happy to be the champion and show how strong she really is. So I really like that they showcase this because I was worried that they'll have Willow with the belt, but not really mention it until the next time she comes out. Maybe that's not for a while or soon, or we don't know when the next time we'd see Willow in a match. So I appreciated and really loved that they had this video package here. But then you got all the goofs on Twitter. Oh my God, Mercedes was just on AEW television. Mercedes on AEW for the first time. Mercedes on AEW. That means she's coming in. Mercedes on AEW. Shut the heck up. Mercedes had to be in this video to highlight Willow's win. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done this. Willow didn't win and it was Mercedes. They wouldn't have even talked about it. So, yeah. All these people on Twitter over there going, oh my God, this is a sign. This is them telling us that when Mercedes is cleared, she's coming in because they showed her on AEW. No, don't be stupid ass marks. So then what was dumb was that the ROH tag titles are on the line on an AEW Dynamite main event. Hey, how do you tell us that Ring of Honor Weekly TV means nothing by not having a title match on the goddamn show? Not having a big match like the Lucha Bros versus the Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta for the tag titles on the Ring of Honor show. Instead, you do it on the AEW show, basically telling us without telling us, yeah, you don't got to watch ROH television because we're going to set this match up on AEW television, and then we're going to do this title match on AEW television. Now, I know what you're going to say. But Tim, they had to do this match on AEW television because the Young Bucks screwed Claudio and Wheeler. They weren't going to screw them at Ring of Honor tapings and then have it spoiled. Then don't do it as a fucking title match. Screw them another way. Like, if you want us to watch ROH TV, then give us a reason. Give us a reason like this match. I could care less about this week's show where it's Claudio versus Slim J in a non-title match. No. This is a great main event. I liked the match. But it should have been on ROH television. Because I'll admit, I don't watch ROH every week. I catch it here and there. I haven't seen anything on those shows that's impressed me much of any. Because when I watch it, I go, oh, I'm just watching Dark and Dark Elevation. That's all that damn show is. Ring of Honor Weekly TV is just what Dark and Dark Elevation were. That's it. Completely. 100%. That's all that show is. It is not anything like ROH used to be. Storylines are very scarce, far and few between, and it's just matches for match's sake. Hey, we like this guy, so let's put this guy in a match. And hey, this guy needs a squash, so let's have him beat this guy. And boom. Yeah, not good. Not good. And I wouldn't waste, I'm telling you right now, don't waste your time with Ring of Honor television. Now, this match was great. Danielson was on commentary, and he channeled his inner William Regal saying, hey, it's great to be here with you, man in the mask. So there was a chaotic start as Claudio and Yuta ate thrust kicks from the Lucha Bros and got sent to the floor, followed by double dives from the Lucha Bros. Phoenix did a double springboard dive as Yuta was rolled inside and planted with maiden Penta for a 2. Danielson said that this is the best he's ever seen Phoenix and Penta, as Claudio made the save with uppercuts aplenty to create some space. Penta hit a sling blade, while Phoenix followed with a rope walk kick. Yuta broke up a Fear Factor, but ate a kick as Phoenix tried to springboard only to get popped up with an uppercut into a commercial break. Phoenix remained isolated until Yuta was hit with a high back drop. Claudio cut off Phoenix into a giant slam with Yuta hitting the dropkick move out of it. Basically the old Cesaro Tyson Kidd spot. Phoenix was able to get free and make the hot tag to Penta, who cleared house with a series of thrust kicks and a gnarly powerbomb into a lung blower on Yuta. Penta was able to snap the arm of Yuta until Claudio made the save. Phoenix made the tag, delivered a spin kick to Claudio, and a roll through uppercut to Yuta. Phoenix was slammed on Yuta as Penta used his brother as a launching pad to his Claudio Castagnoli with a destroyer. Phoenix planted Yuta with a crazy pile driver for a 2 as Danielson screamed about what William Regal told them, to tuck their necks. The Lucha Bros played to the crowd a little too long as Penta was knocked off the ropes and Phoenix was sent into a brutal Claudio Castagnoli uppercut. Yuta and Castagnoli hit a rocket launcher, but Phoenix kicked out. Alex Abrahantes then took the referee, and the Lucha Bros hit the Fear Factor on Yuta, and before Claudio could break it up, the Young Bucks would appear from under the ring and held onto the legs of Yuta, who was pinned. The Bucks then ran through the crowd as Jon Moxley and Danielson beelined down to the ring. The Bucks run away. No Kenny on this show. Didn't see Kenny at all. But the Bucks run to the crowd, and then they start laughing. Moxley grabs the mic and says the Bucks can laugh all they want. Well, they still can, because at Double or Nothing, they're going to get plastered on the pavement on the strip in Las Vegas. He said Anarchy in the Arena will be the wildest, most violent match in AEW history, and the BCC will accept nothing less. He says if people have been squeamish in the past at the sight of blood and how much he bleeds, well then buckle up your seatbelts because you've seen nothing yet. And that's how the show goes off the air. With Moxley guarantee us we're going to see more blood in this match than we've ever seen in AEW before. So there we go. Kid Vicious, yes. Basically, he says the Ring of Honor television is like what 205 Live used to be. Well, yeah, basically what Level Up is now and what Dark and Dark Elevation were. So as far as Rampage does go this week, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass will be taking on Rooster, Listico, and Preston Vance. Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida will team up against the team of Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. And Ethan Page, and we'll hear from Ethan Page and the Guns. Plus, Big Bill and Lee Moriarty will take on the team of Chuck and Trent, the Best Friends. As far as AEW Double or Nothing does go, this coming Sunday, May 28th from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Hardy Boys and Brothers Zay will be taking on the team of Ethan Page and the Guns. Jade Cargill will put the TBS title on the line against Taya Valkyrie. The International Championship will be on the line when Orange Cassidy defends in a 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. The TNT Championship will be on the line in the ladder match when Wardlow defends against Christian Cage. The AEW Women's Championship will be on the line when Jamie Hayter defends against Toni Storm. The AEW Tag Team Championships will be on the line when FTR defending against the team of Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett with Mark Briscoe as the special guest referee. Adam Cole and Chris Jericho will battle in an unsanctioned match as Sabu is a special enforcer. The Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page will battle the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta in an Anarchy in the Arena match. And finally, in the main event, with the AEW World Championship on the line, it's the Four Pillars four-way. It's MJF defending the championship against Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin. So that's everything that has so far been announced for Double or Nothing. No word if we're going to get pre-show matches or not, or buy-in matches, whatever you want to call them. Kickoff matches. Maybe those get announced day of or the day before on Rampage. We'll have to wait and see. But with that, guys, that is everything that took place tonight on AEW Dynamite. Now, tomorrow there is going to be a Tony Khan media press conference, like a media call that will not be streamed live. That will be at 10 a.m. Pacific. And soon as that goes off the air, I will upload the audio, the video, whatever you want to call it, to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, for all you guys to listen to. It will not be live on our channel, but you guys will be able to listen to it. I'll put it up as soon as that ends, and hopefully it uploads quick. But Tony Khan will be doing a media call in the morning, 10 a.m. Pacific. And then again, as soon as it's over, those usually go 45 minutes to an hour. As soon as it's over, I'll upload it to the channel. But with that, guys, again, thank you for joining me here. Remember, you can also be part of the show on Friday with the wrestling wrap-up. If you go to pwunlimited.co/mailbag to get your question in and potentially read live on the air. So with that, guys, we'll be back on Friday for the wrestling wrap-up, Friday night for Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you live, for WWE Night of Champions, and then we're back Sunday evening for Double or Nothing. As far as NXT Battleground does go, I'm going to try and watch it Sunday evening after our Double or Nothing review, and then talk about it as part of the wrestling wrap-up Monday. So Monday, you'll get my thoughts and everything on NXT Battleground. But Sunday night will solely be Double or Nothing. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. See you back here on Sunday. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time.